Hey, welcome to your Sagittarius horoscopes for the week of the 21st through the 27th of January. Focuses on money, money, money. It's all about cash this week. And we have Venus still in Sagittarius at the beginning of the week. By the end of the week, she is full on out of Sagittarius. But it's the last few days of her creative influence really going into money, how you're budgeting it, how you're making it, how you're spending it, how you're saving it. Venus helping to find creative ways of dealing with that situation, and at the same time quite possibly wanting you to find creative ways to spend that money also at the same time. We do have a couple of little issues there. Venus is square with Neptune, which continues until she leaves your sign. Neptune is focused on those that support you. So this does create a bit of a challenge when it feels like you have plans, somebody around you is either not supportive of those plans or agreed to the plans but isn't sticking to the plans. There is a little bit of a disagreement between the two of you in terms of your plans. And so it kind of does put you in a position to make you feel like somebody is blocking your progress. However, most of the time it's us, not another person. Most of the time it's us. It looks like another person. They're standing there, they're blocking you. But at the same time, you also want to take a look at the history of this issue, because the history of this issue may not always look the same. When you have a financial problem or a barrier that you cannot seem to break through, maybe there's several people that got in the way of these plans in the past, and this is mimicking it happening again. Perhaps you are reaching out to the wrong people to support you, and by consistently doing that, you're causing your own problem in terms of your finances. I think the real big thing here is both of these planets are very emotional planets. So we also have to take into consideration emotional spending habits and different things that we do to sabotage our own success, which there is a huge list of those things. Each one of us has a huge list of those things that we do to self-sabotage ourselves. So it's very easy to blame somebody else. It's somebody else's problem. And when we do that, we don't necessarily have to look at our own problem, which is a lie. Because if we don't fix our problem, this will always be a problem. And that's why these planets are lining up in this very uncomfortable way, in order to show you that. Now, Venus is in a trine, actually a grand sextile for most of the week, with Jupiter as well as Saturn. Saturn is also focused on those that support you. And we're talking professional support here, because Saturn's whole MO is wisdom and professional. So if you are having issues in terms of what your financial plan should be, especially if you're looking at long-term financial plans, that's where a professional advisor comes in very handy, because they have all of that knowledge. Whereas your partner, you and your partner have probably been doing things the same way, both of you, for the last 20 years. Think about it. If it's not changing, it's not fixing any of the problems. Jupiter is focused on releasing inner trauma, and Jupiter is your ruling planet. This release of the old in order to create space for the new is also something that becomes very, very important in the whole scheme of things here, because you have to release old mindsets and bad habits around money in order to make any changes in terms of success with your money in the future. You can't keep using bad spending habits and expect things to change. and for you to all of a sudden have a savings that you were never able to have before. It doesn't work that way. Unless, of course, you win the lottery, but good luck with that. One of the biggest questions that I get actually is if you're so psychic, how come you haven't won the lottery yet? Oh, if only, if only that was a thing, that we could just get lottery numbers. We're not meant to get an easy fix to our problem. We're meant to work to put in the work to fix our problem. And if we don't do that and we keep looking for the easy way, we never fix the problem because we're never going to find an easy way of doing it. It doesn't work that way. We got to put in the effort and we got to put in the work. We got to make a plan and stick to it. We have to go by the old rules, and that's not something that Sagittarius necessarily likes to do, wants to do, or embraces at all. So it does kind of go against your normal way of doing things. That doesn't mean that you can't sit down and get down to business, if that makes sense, which is really important. So, actually, very important lessons from Venus as she's leaving your sign this week, which can't say they're going to be the most fun thing in the world. Can't say they're the worst thing in the world either. If you understand and you learn the lesson, you actually can move into a space where money doesn't become an issue anymore, or money isn't an issue anymore, or it's not ruling your entire life anymore. And maybe, just maybe, you might be able to enjoy it responsibly, which is always nice too, right? So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do consider sending a tip or donation through my coffee link, which is down there in the description of the video. Would really appreciate that. Really appreciate all the coffee love. Also, if you would be interested in possibly being on my list to get a reading every single week based on the astrology, and there's also a little bit of a tarot reading in there as well, do click on the link to my membership information. I've included my email address in there as well, just in case you'd like to check out the video. It is listed on YouTube, but those videos are unlisted for privacy reasons. So if you'd like to check it out, see what it looks like, email me, let me know you're interested, give me your information, ask any questions you want, and I will go ahead and send you the link to that so you can see what that looks like. And then, of course, I will explain where you will find that video every single week and what days it comes out. I'm Melissa Bruce, Heavy Metal Psychic. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next week. And in the meantime, you guys can absolutely do this. Make it a great week. Make it a profitable week. And I will see you guys next week to celebrate.